I mean, we should come here during the weekdays because they have a restaurant right here.
I have $20.
¿Sí? No, sí. No. Tenemos como para hacer estos gastitos, sí, Janet.
Yeah, but
all right, I'll let you sit wherever you'd like to. Thanks for that. Red car, watch your step, please. All right, guys, make sure you stay seated. Body parts inside the red car.
We can't wait.
Se me hace que acabas de sacar mejores pictures. Oh no, right there. Aquí está bien.
Sí, ¿o no?
Sí, para que tú saques así y ella saque así.
Ajá.
Ready, baby?
Where?
Oh, shoot. Oh, that's so cute.
Howdy,
Hey,
folks.
we're going this way?
This is Hard Rock Harris, and I'm here with Mrs.
de
Annie
Erika,
Booker,
No,
miners
muñecos,
from
sacaron
Calco's
el teléfono.
Heyday. We would like to welcome you aboard the Calco and Odessa Railroad.
Howdy there, folks. Y'all please stay seated.
Smells
as
bad.
we take a
It
ride
smells
together
bad.
along the backcountry of Old Calico. As we go around this first curve, there's some
Sácale acá,
homes
mira, mira.
built along the canyon
Allá,
walls.
mira.
As cool as they appear, they were ideal for protecting us from the hot summers and cold winters here at Calico. And perfect for the independent types who like to fend for themselves. Of course, many miners stayed in boarding houses, mainly for modern conveniences like home cooking.
I got my nickname Hard Rock because that was exactly the kind of mining we did around here. The rock is so hard, and we didn't have any water to use for mining, so we had to hack and blast away at the rock.
During the boom years, Calico's 10 square mile mining district boasted a population of nearly 2,000, with almost 1,000 actually living in the town side of Calico. After mining ended, Calico really was a ghost town. That's to say, it was mainly abandoned. But it was restored and reconstructed by the Knott family in the 1950s.
Oh, by the Knott
Back
family.
then, they had workers actually living here. These folks served the role of security for the town, a tradition that continues to this day.
As we round this next curve, look to the left
This
of the
reminds me
engine
of Disney.
and notice the pile of rocks painted white with a white marker on top. This is an example of what a corner monument looked like. We use them on all four corners of our claims to alert everyone that they may be trespassing and to remind claim jumpers to stay away. Remember how the first traces of silver were discovered right on the ground in the spring of 1881, and Calico's silver rush was on. Miners came from all over, including well-known towns such as Virginia City, Bodie, and Tombstone, Arizona.
I certainly do, Hard Rock. I had silver fever too. Coming up on the right was one of the original ore cars we miners used. We would push these out of the mine and stockpile our ore until we had a trainload full. Then it was shipped to a processing mill on a narrow gauge train similar to the one you're riding
Oh,
on
look
now.
it!
That particular
They colored
train
it
was called
up.
the Waterloo Mine Company Railroad, and a spur was run off of it that went right up Calico's Wall Street Canyon. The closer a railroad could be run to the mines, the better.
This large area to the left of the train was where some of the miners lived. There is still one surviving wall out there. It's outlined in white. Beyond the mountain, to the northeast, was East Calico, where among others, the big Bismarck mine was. There was a little community out there with a store and a saloon. The Stacy brothers carried mail the mile and a half between Bismarck and Calico, even training their dog Horsey to do it for them.
I remember that. They strapped a saddlebag right on his back so he could carry the mail and packages.
As we pause here, take a look at the top of King Mountain, where your engineer is now pointing. Look at the last letter in Calico and run your eyes down about 300 feet and a little to the right, and you should see a mine entrance in the side of the mountain. This is a tunnel to the Silver King
There
mine,
it is.
one
Oh,
of
yeah.
the richest and largest mines in the Calico mining district. It produced about $10 million in silver in about 11 years. There were about 30 miles of tunnels on 14 different levels
I see it.
inside that mountain, belonging to several
is
different
that?
mines. However, the only mine that is open daily for guests to safely go into themselves is the Maggie Mine. Just below the Silver King, there appears to be just an ordinary pile of rocks. Actually, that is remnants of the Silver King mine itself. Not long ago, that pile of rocks was assayed to contain a few million in silver. But before you jump out of the drain and climb the hill to fill your pockets, I should tell you that it would take millions more just to process that silver. So that would put you in the hole. Well, back to playing the lottery.
Now as we get moving, look out to the left. It wasn't too far from there that a man got himself shot trying to jump my mining claim. I'd already warned that Mr. Tobler about trespassing on my Golconda mine, but he ignored me and showed up again. This time he got grazed by a few bullets I set in his way from my little pistol. He called the law and had me arrested before I could unload my whole gun on him. The jury did not find me guilty, as I was just protecting my property.
Well, Annie, glad no one was seriously hurt, except maybe that Mr. Tobler's pride. Now, if y'all look left, this is an ore crusher called an arista. Miners would hitch a horse or mule to that crossbar and have it walk round and round, which caused the steel ball to drag over and crush the ore before it was taken to a processing mill. Of course, by the 1880s, this method was kind of old-fashioned, but it was still a respectable way of making sure every bit of silver was scraped up.
We did work hard to get all that silver. Now have a look over to one of my favorite views from Calico. Down there is the Silver Valley, as we called it. Past that old dry lake is the sandy bed of the Mojave River. In those early years, drinking water for Calico had to be brought over from the river, which ran above ground at the time.
Take a picture, everybody.